Live anyway because we're rule breakers and name takers and I don't know. What are we doing? Say hi, WCK.
Hi, WCK. I'm actually just looking, but there it is.
Hey, look at that. Now I know it's Saturday and it's 3:13 p.m. and that's not when we're supposed to go live. But here's the thing. I am going to be out of commission for a little while. And what? It was you.
Oh.
I'm going to be out of commission for a while. And so we're going to hang out.
Hey,
And
Michael Morgan.
Hey, Michael Morgan. So, anyway, what I was saying is I'm going to be out of commission for a while. I'm having some surgery.
What's up, Blade Ogre?
And I decided that rather than, in fact, I'm having surgery Monday at 6 o'clock in the morning. So rather than go live Sunday and have it be stressful.
Crazy Night Freak, Peter B says, hey, Pete.
Hey, guys. It's good to see you. I'm just going to go live now and, hang out, see who shows up. We may let this run for a while. Who knows?
To be fair, we have to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah, well, 6. But
6.
Yeah.
We have to leave at 5.
Yeah, we do. So I don't really want to have things I have to do on Sunday.
Didier.
What's up?
Hello, Damon, Slick, Penny, Organ Knife Guy. Best of luck with surgery, Peter.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is a thing I'm doing. It's on me. It's deliberate. It's not an emergency situation. It's just a choice I'm making. And it's been canceled twice, actually. Once due to COVID, and once the second time because my doctor got Shingles. Oh, thank you.
Sorry, a little cat food up there. Yeah, Didier. Ow, surgery on Monday.
Yeah, and so my videos are recorded. There's going to be a few weeks of my videos getting out there like they're supposed to, and they're set to roll. But I probably won't be as active on social media, at least for the first week. So just know.
Although I'll still be doing live on my channel.
Yeah. The next one is live on next Sunday.
And depending on how Peter's feeling, he may or may not be joining me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Didier, COVID messed up a lot.
Yeah, that was...
Hello, Ian. Our neighbors have decided to pound them.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but... So our neighbors, we live in a condo, and our back wall neighbors yesterday decided to rebuild their shower. And I've done a lot of shower rebuilds, but I've never done one with a sledgehammer before. And that's pretty much what it sounded like they were using for hours.
Well, they were knocking stuff off the wall.
And yeah, they knocked stuff off the wall in our bathroom.
Yeah,
they were hitting it so hard.
Hey, NAF Sergeant Paul, nice slicers. NAF Sergeant, look how surprised I am.
I feel it.
Yeah, I do too. Look at that face he's making.
I still have junk on that.
Oh, and Steve. I miss Steve. Hey, Steve, how are you? Yeah, that's my jury duty notice.
Yep.
Woo.
Man, that is really annoying. By the way, that's been quiet all day. And I turned the video on and now they're banging on the wall. So you guys may hear some knocking. It's not someone trying to come in, although we'd welcome them. It is, in fact, just someone being annoying. So we figured we would... What?
Well, Joseph says, no worries, Peter. We're sure Christine will fill in and you won't be missed. Laughing out loud, just kidding.
Believe me, I understand. I don't miss me either.
What day is it? It's Saturday, Eggs. For those of you that just... Hey, David, Blade Bander. For those of you that just showed up, Peter was just saying that he's actually going in for surgery Monday. So we have to be there really early. So we are just kind of last minute. We thought, we'll do the live today. And then we just said, what the hell? So we plugged everything in and thought we'll just go live and see who shows up.
Yeah, and look at you.
I know.
Right? That is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see who
We've totally messed up Eggs, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Eggs, it's Sunday at 7:30. You got to go to work in a while. No,
right?
Kidding.
Yeah, you, me, both, everybody.
Not me. I'm working from home next week, so I can take care of my honey.
Yeah, I'm going to be taken care of.
I'm going to take care of them.
Oh, if I disappear forever, it wasn't the surgery that got me.
Didier says, any recent acquisitions to show make us drool.
Oh,
Ian was watching the Japanese robots. Those are cool. That show's cool.
No. Do we get anything new?
Yeah, Sergeant says the Saturday live stream marathon just got longer. We did. Didn't we? Well, I have to say, I did get my box of winnings from Mr. JB. I've
That's
got my
true.
Doziers, which are awesome, and my swag, which is awesome. We have a couple knives coming in. But
Yeah.
you guys
Um,
remember, how many of you remember? I feel like I'm talking to a class. Okay, kids, raise your hand. How many of you guys remember the Alien Knives DX2 that I fell in love with? And it says, yes, Didier, he does.
what?
So, Eggs and Ham said if it were Sunday night, I would be in trouble because I have a lot of assignments to do by Sunday and at midnight. Oh, you'd be in lots of trouble then.
Who said that?
Didier, Eggs.
Eggs. Well, Eggs is a college professor. I'm here to tell you, you better do your work.
Hey, Slick. Didier said, didn't Peter have a mini Adamas?
That's actually Zach's,
yeah.
and it's on loan from Zach. And it's here some. Hang on.
It's in the file. What's up? Slick?
Mostly today we're going to talk about fixed blades because I got my buddy of mine, my buddy Chris, loaned this to me, and it's made me dig into my fixed blades. But
oh, he's raising his hand to my question. So for those of you that do remember the DX2 and how much I fell in love with that pocket pecker flipper tab, that knife was freaking awesome. We've become pretty good friends with Lewis, who is the owner of Alien Knives, and we actually have 2 custom knives coming to us here pretty quick. So you guys will see that soon, and holy crap, they are just freaking awesome.
yeah, I don't have a lot of. I have only 2 other custom folders, and Christine has none. And this is going to be her first custom folder. And so it turns out he just makes a custom version of the DX2. That's how he got started. And before he had it factory made. And so they should arrive Monday while I'm in recovery. So I'll have something really cool to look at when I get back to the house.
Yeah, and since I have to drop you off and I can't be at the hospital with you, maybe I'll come home and grab them, and that way when I pick you up, well, no, I don't think I'll give it to you while you're drugged up. I think I'll wait till you're a little more
That'd be
sober.
awesome. All in recovery dope. Hey, this is so good.
Ooh, gosh, maybe I'll have to do a video of you while you're all doped up.
Sure.
Did you use your first custom folder? Sweet.
Yeah, so somebody asked about this thing, the mini Adamas here. Look, get one. I don't know. If you're looking for a midweight everything knife, you just can't go wrong with this. I'm going to wait. I mean, this has got to go back to Zach, and I'm a little sad about that. I'll probably get one eventually, but, and I know women carry knives will probably want one.
Of what? I'm sorry.
The mini Adamas.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. Maybe she can get herself one of these. I'm waiting because 9 days from now, the full size drops, and I'm going to spend the $280 and bring one of those home because this thing, a little bigger, will put a ton of my knives away for quite a while.
What's everybody saying? Sorry. They can probably hear me typing too. WCK. Slick's laughing at me. Eggs actually has a 4.0, even with his procrastination. So I told him that's really good.
Well, that's better than I did in college, so good for you.
Blade Mantra says Selby the Fixed Blade folks is making a folder.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I didn't hear about that. Corbin. Hey, Corbin.
Hey, Corbin.
And Didier says, ooh, yes.
Yeah, the full size.
Born of Blades is waiting for the full size too.
I mean, you just...
I like that size.
Oh,
well,
I know.
No.
Look,
hands.
it's perfect for you, and it's actually not imperfect for me. But if I'm going to spend the money for my collection, I'm going to get the big one.
Then I'm going to get me this size because this size is perfect for me.
Now, if they'll just do one with lighter scales, so we can dye it purple,
right? I'd go for that.
Or if this is anything like the Bug Out, down the road, there's going to be companies that make aftermarket scales.
That's true.
It seems to me there's a real thing when it comes. Oh, maybe they'll put this in the custom shop.
See, Didier likes the mini too. I know. I've been looking at trying my hand at making scales.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Well, we got friends that got full shops, so if you get serious.
Well, I used to do woodwork and glass, and so
I never did any of that stuff.
I did all that stuff.
I did professional sound. I built speakers, put together sound equipment, and ran sound systems, but I never got into like arts and crafts level stuff.
I know. Whereas I wanted to be an architect, an engineer, or
did you just say an architect?
Not a narc attack. an architect or an electrical engineer. Why such an early live? I know you came on late. Hey, David Payne.
Hey, Corbin. Sorry, guys. We'll have to tell the story one more time, and then everyone just have to watch it from the beginning to know. I'm having surgery on Monday. I have to be at the hospital at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's an hour from here, 45 minutes from here. So we'll be leaving super duper early, which means Sunday, I don't want to
Peter needs
have,
his beauty sleep.
yeah, I don't want to have a bunch of stuff I've got to do. I'd much rather have the whole day to like pack my recovery bag and just get my head straight and then go to bed nice and early and then get up and go to the hospital. That's why.
David said he can get one for 190, he thinks. Ooh, Michael. That sounds cool. What's up, Russell? Russell's trying to make a set of scales for his Asticus out of maple. That would be gorgeous. If you do, let me see those. Didier wants to know if you've ever handled the mini Presidio. It's in my pocket right now. That is it.
It gives to me.
I'm not giving
Gives it to us.
I got it. He has handled it, but it is writing in my pocket today. All right, you can touch it. That'll be $5.
These are very similar.
Yes.
Frankly, the variation comes down to blade steel. The crew wear, of course, is much tougher. But this comes down to a bit of aesthetics. I think that the Mini Adamas looks much cooler than the Mini Presidio, but you couldn't go wrong with either one of these knives.
Thank you, Corbin. That is very sweet of you. Yeah, that's what Didier wanted to know, is how does it compare to the Mini Adamas? Because it's in my pocket. Give it back to me. That's my pocket writer today. I didn't even do a video yet.
Let's talk about this.
Let's ask everybody while he's talking about that. What are you guys carrying today? And yes, Slick, you do need a Benchmade. Hey, Tom, what is up?
Yeah, what's in the pocket, guys? Today I was carrying this.
You mean you are?
I are.
Yeah, you are.
It's not evening, it turns
You're
out.
not was.
I was, yeah. I is been carrying this all day.
NAF Sergeant says he has a Herman Knives Ovium today. Okay, I am not familiar with that one. David Payne has the Hinder Eclipse 3.5 Bowie.
Nice.
Slick has the Kaiser Gemini.
Sorry.
Corbin's got his Spyderco Smock.
Oh, it's such a great knife.
David says his is the blue black G10.
Nice.
Michael Morgan has a ZT 0562 in Thai. I need to go back and look up.
You know, I have a CTS 204P version of the 0562. It's a little older and they don't make them like that anymore. And it's the carbon fiber scale. I would love to get one of the full Thai versions because it's just a fantastic knife, but I don't want to give up my kind of special 204P blade steel. So just because it's different and kind of cool. So I can't bring myself to sell the one I've got, which means I don't really want to invest in another one.
Didier has the Benchmade Mini Freak. Blake Ogre has ProTech Emerson. Russell went cheap with a feldspar and a tough light. Slick has Slicey's favorite ZT. Steve has the Manix 2 M4 DLC Jade scales. That's nice.
That is nice.
And Blade Banter has the Gene Micarta PM3. I love that Gene Micarta. With CME on left-hand carry Orion Solaris with carbon. Very nice. Hey, Andrew, how are you? Good evening to you. Joseph Kasperk has the Kershaw Cryo. Andrew Halbert has his Jade Mini Freak. Oregon Knife Guy hasn't left the house today, but he's got a 1983 Scrimshaw Barlow in the mail today. Ooh, nice.
Oh, very cool.
Ooh, and he opened it up with his QSP Gannett.
You know, QSP.
I have not seen that one, and oh my God, this is the Herman. That is pretty.
Yeah, no question.
Okay, I just went and looked up the Herman, and that is beautiful. Is yours? Did he say it's blue? Was yours blue? Ian has the Cold Star SR1 light. David Payne wants to know if there's any new
Cold Star?
Cold Steel. I'm sorry. Cold Steel. I'm melding my words. David Payne wants to know if there's any news on where he could pick up the new ProTech Rockeye operator at.
Man, those came and went so fast. I think that you're just going to have to wait until they drop them again, which, you know, they should, because they sold like crazy and they're not a stupid company.
Keep asking me about ProTech.
ProTech. Okay, so ProTech makes fantastic knives, but COVID hit them pretty hard.
Yeah.
So their manufacturing is still as good as ever, just a little slower right now.
Yeah, Slick, I agree. That Blue Jean micarta is bomb. I love it. Blade Banner says the Gannets in the pass round. I don't know if I signed up for that one, David. I'll have to check on that one. I think I did. But yeah, I want to check that out. Now Sergeant is silver titanium with fat carbon bolsters. Okay, I'll look that up. But the one I saw online, wow, that's really nice. Cold Star would be a cool knife name. Yeah, actually, that kind of would, huh?
And its cousin Lone Star.
Lone Star. Ooh, and then Death Star.
I think that's taken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Manny Z. He's carrying the Ritter Hogue.
Actually, this is for Knife Nurse to be Nerd Star.
Nerds. Well, am I shaking the table? I'm bouncing my leg.
I can't. I don't
Slick
think
says
so.
Protech Microtech. I'm not a big fan of either. I probably get a lot of crap for that.
No, well, hold on.
Not from us.
Not from us. And here's why. While I may not necessarily agree with you on ProTech, I think they make excellent knives. I'm not a huge Microtech fan, although I have two that I really like. I say this all the time. All the time. The nice thing about knives is there's something for everyone, and no one is wrong. If you don't like Microtech, don't like Microtech, and don't let anybody tell you different. Knives are personal, they just are. Women Carry Knives is a runoff, and she's looking for something. Hey, Rennie.
I was looking for. I think I have it out.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Oh, from Rennie.
Yes, because he asked if I got it. And yes, as a matter of fact, I did, and I freaking love it.
What a spectacular budget knife. Just hollow ground.
And the blue.
Just choppy as all get out. Comfortable. What a nifty little tool.
Yeah.
Yours has the same issue that mine did, though. I wish they'd learn how to grind all the way back to the bottom of the plunge. But for $20.
But you know what? I don't care. I still love it.
I love the fact that you can swap the thumb stud around to the other side. And the pocket clip.
Slick says he's not an out the front person.
I'm not either.
I'm not either. Mm-mm. Really. I mean, there's a few, but for me, I find that out the fronts are more for stabbing things.
I'm not John Wick.
Right.
I don't, I carry a pocket knife as a utility multi-tool. I don't pry with my knives. Don't do that. But basically, it needs to be able to do everything. And often, out the fronts have not enough belly. They don't have enough blade. It's just not my kind of knife. I have one that I really love that I'll never get rid of, and that's my Manticore, the Heretic Manticore X. But I love that one just because it's cool looking. Honestly, Organized Guy says, is that the one you won on Big Red's Gaw? And the answer is yes. Oh, look how adorable that is. God, that's a tank.
I love that. Well, that's why it's, the little pocket tank.
Oh, this is great. I haven't held this yet.
My swag pack. So yes, I got everything and I love it. I've never had a Dozier before.
And now you have two.
And now I have two. I have the big one and the little one.
Look for Dozier reviews coming.
You still want to try the Guardian Tactical? Which one, David?
Guardian Tactical makes good OTFs. Is this hollow? It is hologram.
One, though, no?
Oh, no, they do. That's what I mean. They make good ones. This is neat.
Slick said exactly. Rennie says, John Wick. Everyone in the world in that series of movies is an assassin waiting for a text message on the next job. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yeah, and that's totally unrealistic. Oh, I got a text message. We got to go.
Yes, this one is off grid. I have never actually seen this one. I was super, and I love this little, well, it's a big button, but I love this. It's just freaking cool. Now, it's not, it will be a flipper once I play with it a little bit more, but just a great little bulky, chunky pocket chunker.
No, that's not a flipper.
It can be.
Okay.
You watch. I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna make it flip. Slick says he needs one of those little guys. You do. I know the little green Dozier is super sweet too. Both of them. Blade Banner says the 035 Guardian.
That's a nice knife. It really is. You know what? You guys have seen it. I'll go get it. It's sitting on the table. So it's easy.
The one looks a lot like the Cyber Knife. Which one? The off-grid one looks like the Cyber Knife?
No, you're talking. He's talking about the new Kaiser Cybertruck looking knife.
Oh.
And no.
Yeah, this will.
First off,
Maybe.
this knife has been around longer than the Cyber knife. And second, that's the Cyber knife is a weird Tanto. I don't even know. This is the only OTF that I love.
Well, tell us about that OTF, Mr. Therapeutic Edge.
Well, I said about a minute ago, it's the Heretic Manticore X. It's S35 VN. It's got just one of the most beautiful blades I've ever seen and out the front. The handle is super comfortable. The action is amazing. It's got a really nice deep carry pocket clip without any billboarding on it. So if it's in your pocket in a place where out the fronts aren't that popular, like here in California, no one's going to know what's in your pocket unless you tell them. This is just, I love this knife.
Yeah, DDH it looks really sleek. It is pretty dang cool.
Yeah, I mean, because of the channel, I've had 8 or 10 different out the fronts come through. In fact, I've got the Benchmade Autocrat.
That one's a deep carry?
Yep.
Oh, it is.
Yep, nice deep carry clip. I've got the Benchmade Autocrat here, which is a fantastic knife, but the Autocrat is expensive. This is also $300, but it's enormous.
David. Oh, and it doesn't have that big M clip.
Right. They did away with that on the X series, and I'm super happy about it.
Nav Sergeant said he reviewed the Cyber Knife. He liked it more than he expected.
It's a cool knife. So I started my serious collecting. I went from having a bunch of knives that I used for, camping and for hiking and backpacking and stuff to collecting knives in 2018, 2019, really. And Kaiser was a huge part of that. They made big, beefy, beautiful titanium and S35 VN knives. The action was spectacular. And then they stopped. And now they make stuff that's this size, which is fine, but it doesn't hold my attention. Let's just leave it at that.
Whereas it's good for me and holds my attention.
How many did you buy?
Well,
none.
Yeah.
None, because they just don't. Yeah, there's no. I don't know. They're just kind of. Yeah.
Hey, Nice Fast.
Holy crap! KC is joining, and it's early enough in the day that he's not, up till like 3 a.m.
Right. And Andrew said he's been meaning to check out off-grid knives. Definitely do. I am a huge fan of off-grid knives. For the price, you're getting a great quality knife.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just, I have not been unhappy with a single one I've had. I've liked all of them.
Yeah, I haven't had a bad one.
No.
Which is unusual. Usually every, whatever, but the off-grid, everything they seem to drop is really cool. Speaking of off-grid, I was going to show the Tom Brown tracker, just because I did a little, just because I think it's freaking rad.
Tom says before he forgets, he'd like to wish you luck with your surgery, and he'll say a prayer for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it very much.
That's very nice.
This thing came the other day. I think we actually showed this on, did we show this on the last live?
The Beast.
The Alpha Dog.
Are there any variations of the little off-grid knife? I don't think so.
They make a silver one.
Do they?
Yeah, this is the blackout, and they make a silver one.
Let's go find it. I will find it for you guys.
Oh, angle on the camera just changed. That was weird. Oh, well.
Did you hit the table?
I did.
You're fired.
Don't fire me.
Oh, fired.
I love this knife. So, actually, these work out pretty well. A million years ago, my buddy got the real Tom Brown tracker. As you can see, it is an enormous chunk of 1095 high carbon with this funky grind. It was in a movie. This thing is wild. But for me, all that wildness means it's not that useful in the field because I'm not actually doing one knife survival. It's fun to play with and great to just have. But the Alpha Dog is D2, but it feels like almost the same amount of knife, but this blade shape is just so good. And it's got a really nice edge on it. It really does. And I think these are about $100, whereas these are not.
Did you say the off-grid Scorpion looks great in my opinion? Therapeutic Edge is going to go grab that one for you. And yes, that is a great knife too. My first knife was a Spyderco Tenacious. It was only $25 back then. You are not going to find a Tenacious at that price now.
No.
So Slick, I went and looked, and right now off-grid is only showing the they're not showing the black one. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why they don't have the black one on there, but I will give you the link to that. Oh, and Nice Fast is going to do his first live Monday at 8.
Well, buddy,
I will check that out. Peter will probably not be in any condition to do so.
yeah, is that live Eastern?
Oh yeah, Eastern EDT.
Yeah, I'll want to be there, but I don't know.
He'll be out.
Yeah,
Michael Morgan said it's a knife, it's a spoon, and a plate all in one.
definitely. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Men with the Pot? They have a TikTok and they're on YouTube, and basically it's ASMR cooking out in the wild. They use all raw fire. They cook bread and meat, and they've got a D2 cooking knife that this could easily do. Oh, speaking of which, Off Grid has put all of the stuff that's coming in the next few months or year or whatever it is up on their website as coming soon, and there is an enormous kitchen style chopper on there. I'm looking forward to it. Oh man, it looks so good. This is just one of the best knives from last year. Now it's not cheap. They're a couple $100, but it's we made. It is just excellent. The action, the comfort, the feel in hand, this pocket clip. Come on. This is just a kick-ass knife.
No, that one actually comes in 3 variations.
Yes. They make, this is the blackout. They make one that is...
They call it super steel and one's called gunmetal.
Yeah.
And actually the gunmetal, I can't show you guys, but that's got the carbon fiber inlay on it.
As does the blackout.
Yeah. Well, you can't tell as much. I'm saying, this is pretty prominent.
Yeah, you guys know me. You know my channel. I have to tell you, I would love to have the plain blade, the gray one.
Of course you would.
Well, it would match my big giant fixed blade.
My son said Off Grid is good stuff. Really looking forward to their upcoming Cayman EDC, a little Bowie blade flipper.
Yeah, doesn't that look good?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, their coming soon stuff looks amazing. I'm already preparing to eat a lot of ramen. So I gotta get some of those.
Eggs is starting to do assignments to make you proud.
Good man. I assume.
Oh. Didier says the pocket clip on that Scorpion is reversible. Lefty love. Yes.
Yep. Now, because it's a frame lock, it's always going to be a little awkward for the lefties, but it is. It's fully reversible.
But you gotta I'm always looking for knives for my lefties out there.
So here's a question for you. When I first showed this knife, one of the first comments was, how come there's no plate covering the pocket clip holes on the other side? And I realized that I absolutely do not care. But some people do. How do you guys feel? Plate, little filler plate, or no filler plate? What do you guys think?
I like this one.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I just touched your camera. I touched it.
Camera toucher.
I am a camera toucher. Didier doesn't care. David, heading out, joined, work is done, and commuting home. No filler plate. Knives fast. That is one hot spot for me where the clip is not. Rennie said he just had ramen with pepper and grated Parmesan. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Egg says plate looks a little nicer, but not necessary. This is such a smooth knife. I love this knife. I didn't even do my nails for everybody.
Rude.
I know. Yeah, plates. I mean, they look nice, but are they really necessary?
I don't think so. I think it's
I
an
think,
aesthetic argument.
and that's kind of what Didier says. He says a filler plate is nice to have, but if it's not, if there, it's not. Okay.
If it's
In
not
other
there,
words, if it's not there, it's not a deal breaker.
sure.
Tom says it looks cool, Peter, but is it functional?
Which one?
Which, yeah.
These?
Hello, Todd Carr. The fixed blade or the Scorpion?
Do 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 do.
That Scorpion is the one that really looks good to me. How is the Viper?
The Viper is an excellent, much smaller knife. We have one, but I'm not going to go look for it because it's wrapped up in a roll somewhere, and that's the end of it. It's much smaller, and it's K110, which is Super D2. It's a really nice knife. I love it,
Yeah.
but this is, for me at least, this is much better.
Well, and size-wise, Nice Fast says he has somebody send in a Viper to him to check out. Great. I can't wait to hear what you think about it.
Oh, I see how you are. You didn't want ours, but whatever. That's fine.
No, it wasn't him that asked. It was Andrew that asked about the Viper.
I know.
Well, Nice Fast will never get any of our stuff now.
That's not true, brother. Don't let her mean to you.
Listen.
Don't let her be mean to you.
I jumped on the live with them the other day, and he was cracking me up. I have to run, friends, close to midnight. Didier, it was so great to have you here, my dear, to finally be able to catch one. We'll have to do some earlier lives once in a while so we can have you here. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Off-Grid's the worst shipping. Break nice, but bad shipping. They say 2-day shipping. I think they mean 2 week. I don't think we've had an issue
Thank
with
you, DDA. I appreciate that a lot.
I'm thinking of you on Monday, Peter. Yeah, and for those of you that are here, I'll probably jump on and do a real quick live video just to let you know how Peter's doing, and maybe even have him say hello while he's drunk.
No, I'm not doing any super doped up live. Although, okay, maybe.
Maybe, well, that'd be fun. Oh my God. Tom says, picky, picky, picky.
So, I like big fixed blades. I have a few. Let's see, what should I put up? So, this, of course, you guys have seen this many times. This is the nicest fixed blade I will ever own. Hands down, no question. This is the Chris Reeve Nyala.
Where'd you get that?
It's a great story.
Yeah.
On our wedding day, I received by way of one of her by way of her maid of honor, in fact,
Yes.
A gift that was snuck its way through the hotel to me, so that I had something to keep me from, of course, being super nervous and freaking out. Pre-wedding jitters.
That's okay. I had your best man all day. That
True
doesn't sound
story.
right. In our room hanging out with us.
We know what you mean. I've seen the pictures. And I opened the box, and this was in it. This is superb. Now, the problem, though, is that because it is a very, very lovingly given wedding gift, I'm not going to take this thing out and beat the snot out of it. It could take it, but I don't want to, because it's really special. What I should have done is, before they stopped making these, I should have gotten one of the brown handled versions, just because I really do love this knife.
I think you should use it.
I do use it. I take it camping with me all the time, but there's using it and then there's using it.
Well, I don't want you to do that.
Right.
I can't do that manly voice.
So instead, I've got stuff like this.
Hey, Alex.
This is the Work Tough Knives Mount Laguna. This is D2.
It's a cute.
Well, it's K110, right? This is D2. This is K110. But man, look at that. Monster thick chunk. This thing is fantastic. And I have no problem beating the snot out of this.
Yeah, that's like
Now,
a little cheap Rough Rider.
I have not had a chance to go camping this year, which makes me sad. But when I do, I'm going to beat the crap out of this and see how it does.
That one too.
Yep.
That
But,
one really awesome. What grinds on the blade?
Which one?
Probably the one you just brought out, right?
It's just a high flat, or medium flat with. It comes from the factory with a polish on it, which is really nice.
Yes, Rennie, his surgery is this Monday.
When I first got this, I thought, oh, it's going to be too small. It isn't. It really isn't. It's very comfortable. It's not really a good kitchen tool because of the D2. I mean the K110, but it's mostly rust resistant. As long as you keep it clean, it does just fine. And of course, I always carry a 8010 when I'm camping so that I have a good folder with a nice slicey blade. But
Nice Bastard, that makes the Mount Laguna look tiny, and it's not.
yeah, right. Well, it's, it isn't huge though either.
For you.
Well, they're my knives.
I know, I'm just saying though. It's all in perspective on
One of the things, and I think I've shown this to you guys in the lives before, but I'm going to do it again. One of the reasons that I love the Mount Laguna so much, excuse my arm, is because this is my big camping carry. And look, the Mount Laguna is, it's the guy that designed this, Chris over at Prepared Mind 101, called the Mount Laguna a fetus JX5. And he's not wrong. They have really similar cutting profiles. Of course, this is much, much tinier. But yeah, no. So this is actually my, monster outdoor knife. And I keep a little Elmax blade on there on the sheath for, I hate the word fine work. I don't even know what it means. But when I'm out camping and stuff, this cuts up a lot of food.
Rennie said it looks like a machete.
It is.
And says cute.
And also a completely functional knife. Now, they just released Work Tough. In fact, through DLT Trading, just released the JX Omega. So this is the JX5 by Bark River. He's now working with Tough Gear, and they made the JX Omega, which is the similar knife. It has much more of the line is a little more straight on the blade, and the handle's about that much longer. I love this knife. This is, look, it's 3V. This thing has chopped a ton of wood. You can feather stick with it. I've cut just as on a whim one day. I'll chop up meat just fine too. This is the final knife. Like I won't replace this.
Slick says he's got to go. His dinner's ready. Take care, everyone. He says, Peter, all the best in your surgery for Monday. I'll be praying for you, my friend. And Rennie had asked about that. And he said he's wishing you the best for his surgery.
Rennie, Slick, thank you both so much. It means the world to me. I'll be thinking about you guys too, because for the next week or 2 weeks, I'll be staring at my tablet, not able to do anything. So I'll be like, where are all my friends?
Todd actually asked about the grind on that knife because he thought it looked like a scanny grind.
It's not.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's got a secondary bevel.
It will kill.
All of these will if you push it something hard enough. I like this one because you can turn it over and just knock somebody clean out.
I know, Rennie, isn't that thing awesome?
You know why I have this? I'd like to tell you it's because of my buddy Chris, but a lot of my fixed blade stuff, it comes by way of my buddy Chris. He is really a fixed blade guy, so he points me in the right directions. But this, Josh over at Jimmy Slash got one of these, and I went, oh God.
Oh, wait.
Look at that monster, huh? Huh?
Tom used to have a few safe queens, but he learned that if you love it, use it.
All of my knives get used to some degree or another. I agree with you. I don't have knives that never get used, but stuff like this, with the sheer level of sentimental value on this thing because it was a wedding gift, it isn't that I couldn't replace it with something I could. It's that I don't want to. And so while this goes with me when I go camping, and boy, I'll tell you what, if I got stuck in the woods with just this knife, I'd be plenty happy. I'd much rather it look, maybe it becomes, passes down, or maybe it becomes something else down the road, but this is special. So
maybe when Ryan gets married, you can pass it on to your stepson. Or not.
I'll pass it on to my stepson. He can have it when I die.
Beaver says, Jesus JX5. All right, Knives Fast. You get in there and try on those shoes, Mr. Man. He says, Peter, if I don't talk to you before Monday, I hope all goes very well in prayers.
Thanks, brother.
Wait, Rennie, you're still recovering from your surgery? Still have the post-surgical squeeze ball drain and tube in. I'm getting my... Holy cow, when did you have surgery? I think we planned ours right because I had surgery back in September.
Hmm.
So I'm actually 6 months out in a couple days. So I'm actually considered completely healed now, which is nice. Yeah, Chris Reeves running, he makes just spectacular knives. Now, the one that Peter's holding right now is my new alien knives.
Yep.
And that is just a chunky little, I don't even know. I just love it.
Well, I have a review of one of these. We both have one,
Yeah.
and I love knives this size, and yet I carried this for about a week. Well, my version of this, excuse me, for about a week. What a great knife!
No, it's an alien, redacted. It's an alien knives design. By the way, your box went out today. He said, is it a Dallo design? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So that's Alien Knives. This is the KD1.
Yeah, that's a fun little knife.
Yeah, it really is.
I need to get a better sheath for it.
Yeah, we're gonna hit Chris Luffy up.
Beaver, I don't know if you were here earlier, but oh my God, we have two customs coming from Alien Knives probably Monday.
Yep.
And we got to pick out everything about the knife that we wanted. Lewis got them done super fast. We are so excited. And you're going to see reviews coming on that one. Well, for me, pretty quick. For Peter, it's going to be after he's a little ways out from his surgery. But dude, it's so freaking cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and I got to tell you, that dude. So I didn't know there was such a thing as a custom DX2.
Yeah.
I only knew the OEM made factory DX2, which I love.
Yeah.
Period. And I was poking around on YouTube, wasteland of all things that you can find something on everything.
Anything, yeah.
And I looked up DX2 without just DX2, and almost immediately some videos popped up of custom DX2s, and I went, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we reached out to Lewis over at Alien Knives, and he went, yeah, I can do that. And so we've
got pictures of the whole process, the entire way.
Yeah, and I put some of the stuff up on Instagram. I mean, look, it happened super fast. I have two custom Seven Hills blades, fixed blades, and that took 3 weeks or so. Lewis got these folders done in days.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, and look, it's custom, right? So it was, you put some down and, do the rest later. And the later was like 3 days later.
Yeah. But great.
It's amazing.
Alien Knives, you guys, great knives, customer service. Lewis is just a kick-ass company. Absolutely kick-ass.
I guess what I really wanted to say is, about these, look, you could spend an unlimited amount of money on fixed blades. I mean, this was about 300. This is 100 or under, right? You can't go wrong with that.
Thanks, Russell. Thanks for joining us. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, hey, guys. Thank you so much.
Everybody's saying good luck on your recovery.
All right. Well.
Eggs wants to know why psychology has so much reading.
That's a really good question.
How does that make you feel? Just kidding. Couldn't resist.
Well, Eggs, I'll tell you what, man. We could get into a discussion on that. Let's see. I graduated in 2016 with my master's degree in psychology, in somatic psychology. We can have a really good long discussion about that. Feel free to hit me up on Instagram directly, and we can talk about it. Because I have some tips about that reading. Despite what your teachers tell you, you don't have to do it all.
No, because I did a 6-month program.
Yeah, you don't have to do it all. What you have to do is figure out the parts that you have trouble understanding and really focus on that, because some of it, if you have a mind for, even remotely a mind for psychology, some of it is going to feel very fluid and very natural, and you're going to have a lot less issues remembering the details about that. But some of it is very complex and weird. That's the stuff that deserves your energy.
Oh, Renee's got a BS in psychology.
Nice.
I didn't do that. I actually became a certified health and wellness coach. And it was interesting because it was a 6-month program, kind of jammed into, it was a long program jammed in 6 months. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. And actually, Peter was even kind of depressed with his psychology, master's in psychology of the program that I took. So
impressed.
What did I say?
Depressed.
Oh. Whatever. Impressed,
Actually,
depressed. I'm
it's no
tired.
joke. So I went through 3 years of grad school, 4 years of college, 3 years of grad school, and many years of community college before that. And she goes into this life coaching program, and it covered what is to me all of the important stuff from grad school in 6 months. I was really sort of taken aback. I figured, and I'm not going to lie, I figured, oh man, this is going to be whatever. Uh, Not in any comment about who or what Christine is, but I just couldn't imagine that the program would be very good. And I was 100% wrong. It really did hit all the high points and all the amazing stuff.
Like I said, he's not fully reading it. It's questions with the reading, but everything the questions asked is highlighted in the reading. And
Yeah,
Ian took a
online learning.
personality test and it came back negative.
I'm completely sane. I took a test and it told me so.
Psychology, focus, and addiction. I am into psychology this term. That's eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent some time working in recovery centers when I was doing when I first got out of grad school. That is hard work on the person that's doing it. And as you go forward, man, if you decide to stick with it, you're going to meet two kinds of people. There are therapists who were really good at the book stuff and do therapy like it's some sort of hard science, and you can tell because their individual and emotional investment in the people they're working with is
They're
different.
stuffy. Just say it.
And then there's folks that do it because they have
Experience
or history or a deeper understanding, and it's tiring work when you bring yourself into it at that level. But I wouldn't do it any other way. I don't know how.
Rennie, what did you end up doing? If you don't mind me asking, because he said he did something completely different. I've worked in recovery for over 5 years until recently, just as a technician and facilities manager.
Oh, so you've been around the industry.
Yeah. Let's see what Rennie says on that. Yeah, it's interesting when we sit down with friends sometimes, and they know that my background, his background, and some couple of my friends are like, "You guys are analyzing me. Stop it." I'm like, no, but really we are. Oh, he works for a university in IT. Well, that is very different from your major then.
I teach. I didn't graduate from grad school to teach, but it turns out that if you want to actually earn any money, and of course not right now, thanks to COVID, thank you very much, you got to have something else. And so I started teaching at community college, and I love that so much that it may become my focus. We'll see how things turn out when COVID begins to turn around.
See, and I just went back and did my schooling just because I was bored and I wanted to.
Yeah.
So, and I don't really do anything with it.
Not yet.
Now. Not yet. I will.
It's never too, the thing about education is we treat it like it's something you got to do at a certain time to get a certain place to do a certain thing with it. Well, there's two things wrong with that. One, education should be about the education itself. It's not job training. It expands us. Yep. That's always of value. And two, if you don't do the thing that you went to school for now, there is later.
Absolutely.
Egg
said he had no idea before today's stream. Now I know who to hit up for help. Tom said, I once took a lie detector test and it came back negative. Joke's on them. I was lying. Randy says, for people that don't know, you got to go all the way in psychology to work in it.
No, you're not wrong. A bachelor's degree in psychology will get you work in HR departments. Yep. It will get you work in facilities, but you can't actually work with people. You have to either get a master's degree or a PhD or a PsyD to work with clients with a degree in psychology.
Well, see, now there's a lot of people going in teaching. So Michael Morgan's wife was a nurse for 11 years, and now she teaches it at the university.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's cool because you have the background. My mom was a nurse. She retired as a nurse, so she was a nurse all her life, right? And that would have been really cool for her to go into teaching. She was in high regard. The doctors loved her. She knew her shit. So I think that's wonderful. If your wife was a nurse for 11 years and she's teaching it, I think you're going to get a better education for somebody who's actually experienced and done the work. Egg said CAD C2 with bachelor's in most states, CADC. Todd Carr said at some point, what I have done isn't really as important as what I'm going to do.
Also true.
Yes.
One of the reasons that I love being a therapist and actually even more love being a teacher is because if you guys had met me when I was in my 20s, you would not have believed where I am now.
Right.
I was a very different person when I was in my 20s.
I think we,
Both were.
yeah.
Uh, and my students often feel like they have to do it right now or it's going to be too late. And I get to be on the other side of that saying it's never too late. It really isn't. As long as you stay true to yourself and stay focused and do the things that you want to do in a way that you want to do them.
Robert, I know how work is. He said, good luck with surgery. These bums actually expect me to work a little. It
how
does suck
rude.
when your job expects you to work. I'm
Right.
telling you. Rennie said, if he started all over again, I would have done something like blacksmithing or that. Maybe even a knife maker. You know, Rennie, it is never too late. And if you went out there and created a knife, I'd buy one.
Actually, in today's market, there are companies that will put, if you want to make knives, make knives.
Thanks for coming, Robert, by the way.
Yeah, Robert, thank you so much.
Ian says nurses do the real work. I owe my life to nurses, probably many of them. Yeah, I have a lot of frontline worker friends that are nurses. And I'll tell you, Peter's actually going to be healing at my parents' house, who live fairly close to us. Mostly because we have a small place and my mom's a nurse, a retired nurse, but a nurse. So we feel a lot safer that he will be recovering there with her.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
Particularly since it turns out that Kaiser's new model for the surgery I'm having is that you go home on the same day, even though for the last 30 years they've kept you at least overnight. So,
do you see this, Christopher?
Did Chris join?
I need a sheath for this, Christopher.
Is he here? Or are you just talking?
No, he's here. He's
I like this. Dude,
I'm gonna come see you, Mr. Man, because I need to get a sheath for that. This one is not working for me. It doesn't have enough belt room.
No, that one's just.
There's no belt room at all.
Yeah.
Good luck with the surgery. These bums. Oh, he already saw that one. Yeah. Sorry.
Never sorry. I'll show knives more than once. Here, take that.
Chris says it sucks. Well, now I was trying to be nice. That's a little, Rennie, thank you. I'm looking at doing it as a hobby. I get chills when I hear the riddle of the steel at the beginning of a Conan the Barbarian. You should do it, man. Really. The last 2 spinal surgeries I've had been day cases too. Wow, Paul, I didn't know they'd sent you out during the day too. I hope you're doing better. I know you had your second surgery, and I've been really bad about contacting you. So I'll get a hold of you this weekend, and we'll touch base and see how you're doing.
Yeah.
Mr. Nice Slicers. I like listening to him because I like his accent.
I think that one of the things I'd like to start doing when I get back from surgery and start doing, more of this, and I'm still going to have, there's going to be 2 weeks of hard recovery and then a couple of weeks after that of moving slow. But I think what I'd very much like to do is start doing more of the, like the channel, like JB's channel chat. I won't call it that, of course, because that's his, and I would never take that from him. But, some sort of Zoom thing. I've been talking to Alice Tissot on, Alex's Knife Box about doing one of those. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Paul said that was actually his 4th surgery, but 2 recently. I know we had talked about more previously. Tom says if you ever want to piss off someone at HR, call it personnel.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I'm calling Linda in personnel.
So see, my guys don't have that benefit. I work for an electrical construction company, and I basically go to work and I babysit 42 employees, all men, all day. And
she is HR.
I am HR. I am HR. I run the company. So Michael Morgan says call it therapy sessions. Redacted. That would be very cool. A video conference kind of thing.
So here's the thing. When I first decided to make a channel, I wanted to call them sessions, but Stasa23 already calls it knife therapy. And I am, if not sensitive to his reality, right? I'm not going to take that from him. So even though I am a therapeutic edge, and that's because I am a therapeutic person, I just couldn't take that from him. So we'll have to come up with something else. Idiots shooting the shit sounds pretty good.
What's the acronym for that, though?
Don't ask me to do.
Is tis?
Is tits? No.
Is tits?
Is tits?
It's tits.
That's yeah.
You do that, then I'm starting Coochie Patina.
Coochie Patina.
That's right.
Oh, I don't know if you guys are paying attention to TPK over on Instagram, but it's Titty Patina Knives. She has amazing knives. Her stuff is funny, but that's where Coochie Patina. We
Oh
just
my
thought,
God.
you're gonna
Rennie,
take it one more step.
Rennie's cracking me up. He says he had spine surgery too. He had fusion from C4 to C6. He was scared to death getting an MRI later on in case they used Home Depot grade titanium.
You never know.
Right? Oh, Todd says, hope the surgery goes well. I hope the recovery goes even better. State of mind is one of the best things you can have in recovery. Yeah. Nice slicers on the couch with Peter.
Actually, that's not bad.
Right?
That's not bad. On the couch with Peter. On Peter's lap. Wait.
No, that's me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's something else entirely.
Yeah, we're going to do, and I may actually do while Peter is down and not on the lines, I may actually just do like a question and answer thing. Like, and it doesn't have to be about knives if you guys don't want. Just, what questions do you have? Clean questions.
She wanted to do a question and answer thing this time, but I was like, I just want to play with my fixed blades. By the way, one of the people in here is Chris Luthi, and this is his Kydex work. And whew, it is so good. Can you really call yourself a knife collector if you don't have a Rat 5 or 6 laying around? I have a Rat. I don't think I have a Rat 6 anymore.
Egg said, sit down with Peter.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to use, that's my name.
Eggs,
but,
wait a minute. Egg says, also up close and personal with Peter. And then Redacted says, you could call it test. Therapeutic edge speaks truth. Test. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, okay.
I like that. And then Ian Oliver said, this little knife community is really kind of amazing. It's wonderful how we all talk like people and everyone offers support. It makes me feel nice. Ian, this has been an awesome, the whole reason I started Women Carry Knives, and you're starting to see more women reviewers come out now, but the whole reason I started was because there was nothing out there. And, women do carry knives. And I just wanted them, people to just say, hey, yeah, it's all good.
Hey, yeah.
Hey
Oh,
now,
yeah.
hey now.
So anybody have any questions? Thoughts? Considerations?
Michael Morgan has a thought. He says it should be a therapeutic edge.
A therapeutic edge. That's my OnlyFans right there. That's
a meeting of the knives. Jay Jewett. Hello, Jay Jewett. That's a new name.
Jay Jewett.
Yeah. Rennie said the owner of Bark Knives loves LMAX. He talked about how it's difficult to properly heat treat LMAX. There's some tricks to getting it right, like getting it to Rockwell 62. Yeah.
The big factory shops have advantages with their heat treat ovens and their slow process. Bark River is an amazing company, but they're not really they're not that big. And so they're still doing some stuff kind of, it's harder for them for sure.
Uh-oh. Hi.
Hi, kitty.
Gotcha.
Tom Weingart says, great photos on TPK's page. Yeah, I agree. And I hope she enjoys what she's doing, and that's her thing.
No, I love TPK.
No, she's rad.
Absolute sweetheart. Dude, she cornered a niche. She's you have to give that girl credit. That was so damn smart. Come on. It's okay.
What else? Where are we? On top of the rat.
Todd says all your knives look amazing. His are all beat to crap.
This is the first production run of the Grizzly Cub, which I think is just called the Grizzly now. Even says test run on it. I got this from Chris Luthi. We did some horse trading, and I ended up with this. This thing is spectacular. Very stabby. Nice and slicey. Really nice 3V. It's just a great pocket knife. A great knife in general. It's got a really beautiful, look at the
Chris said the Cub.
mosaic pin. The Cub, Grizzly Cub.
Corbin said test time, but people might think that you're actually testing knives.
Yeah. I wish that
Ooh.
I had more room. I would test knives,
Tom
but
says you should call it Peter's Passions.
Peter's again.
That sounds kind of
That's my own.
sexy.
Again, that's my OnlyFans. There you go.
Sexy.
This is a great knife. The only thing about this knife that I would do different if I was going to design it for me. Now, this is designed to be as nice outdoorsy as it looks. You can tell by the design and the shape of everything that it's a little bit. It's got a little bit of tactical in it. It really does, and that's why it swells here at the tail, so that it won't get away from you. And I think in reverse grip, it's got it's not going to go anywhere. But for me, this should be rounded off, because when I hold this thing in my hand, as you can see, the butt digs into my palm just a little bit, particularly. So, but beyond that, this is a great knife. Now, I think the actual production run doesn't have the little bit of choil right here. I think the blade actually comes all the way back to the handle. I love this knife. Again, I can't wait to go camping. My goal is to go camping at least 6 times this year, because I'm going to take a different variety of knives each time and beat the crap out of them in different ways. I don't really beat the crap out of my knives. I don't. But use them in different ways.
Hey, Mr. Mark Carrera, we appreciate you dropping by.
I think last time I went, hey, Chad. I think last time I went camping, I went with Chris Luthi, and he spent a good amount of time feather sticking with the Formax just to find out how well that would work. It turns out that Formax can do anything.
Chris Luthi says it's designed by Peter Kohler of Dark Timber Knives.
This is designed by Peter Kohler of Dark Timber Knives. Yeah, I knew that. I didn't know that. Thank you, Chris. I think when I had 20 pocket knives and 3 fixed blades, I think I remembered every detail about each one of them. Now that I have more than that of each, it's very hard to remember all the small details.
I'm sorry, I was trying to reply, but I'm laughing. Redacted said TPK is beautiful, clearly, but I also appreciate the humor. Some of her commentary is hilarious.
No, dude, she's
agree.
funny.
Her humor is hilarious. Her commentary, sometimes she puts up the stuff. But what do you mean by she's beautiful? Have you seen her face? So I had this guy at work that for years he would walk in. This is my old job. And the guy would walk in, and every single time he would talk to me, he was never looking up. And I would always have to tell him, dude, my eyes are up here. Eyes are up here.
This is tough.
Talkar says, do you prefer?
I do prefer.
Do you prefer knives with choils or none? I like them in 7 inches or more. I like 7 inches or more.
Wow. Thanks, folks. Good night. I like choils. I do. Actually, on the Grizzly Cub here, the choil's not quite enough. So it's there, but my fingers are too big. Now on the Rat 5 here, it's more than enough. And I like this because, I don't know what I do this way, but it feels cool. I'm old school. I still shoot Weaver grip. Leave me alone.
That's because you're old, baby.
Oh my God. So the first of my closest friends turned 50 yesterday. And that means it's going to happen to all of us here in the next 5-6 months. And that's amazing. I made it. I had no plans. If you'd asked me when I was 20, what are you going to do when you're 50? I'd have been like, I'm not going to make it past 30. And then I did. And then it required a bunch of recalculation.
Right. Then the whole question is, what now?
Right? Talk to the nice folks for a minute. I'm going to go get my BK9.
You're going to get your BK9. Randy said, last time I looked at photos of TPK stuff, it reminded me to drive to Kroger to get a couple jugs of distilled water for my CPAP machine. Oh my God. Oh, it's so funny.
That's fucking brilliant.
That really is brilliant. Like I said, I've talked to her online. She is just, I don't personally know her. I think she's an absolute sweetheart. I don't have giant double D boobs. So I'm not showing my giant double D boobs on thing. But, we often joked that since she has titty patina knives, I'm going to create coochie patina knives. But, that's most likely not going to happen. Tom, don't forget the Dinty Moors and some Spam, Peter. Hey, now, my mother is Hawaiian and Spam is good. We have Spam musubi and we have Spam and eggs, all Hawaiian stuff. So you can't knock Spam. And it comes in so many different flavors now. Although I actually haven't had that for a while. What's that on?
She's got really good fixed blades.
You do have really good fixed blades. I only have a couple. The first one I took out and beat up actually, just because it was fun, and being the Smoky Mountain Knife Works affiliate, I took this one out. This is my little Rough Rider, and I beat the crap out of this one. And man, it held its edge. You can see. I mean, you can see how dirty that is. But
is that rust?
No.
Is that table dirt?
It was table dirt because I was chopping at I wasn't chopping at a table.
Right, that'd have been rude. Okay, I'm gonna put some of this stuff
that
away.
needs to be polished. Spam is delicious. Yes, it is. Jay Jewett said, recently got the A&B M311 spelter since we seem to be on the fixed blades. Fantastic blade.
That's awesome.
Dinty Moore ain't bad either. Chad says the low sodium Spam is the way to go. Yeah, I like the jalapeno Spam. No, don't get me wrong. We don't eat that all the time, but every once in a while, my Asian side kicks in and I make a little Spam musubi, which is Spam with rice and seaweed.
Small brat.
Ooh, pretty. I forgot how many
this is a half.
blades you have.
This is a half-pound neck knife. Look at that. Look how thick that is. Look at that. This is a pry bar with a hollow ground edge on it. Now, this is entirely Chris Luthie's fault, and also very much his wrap on the handle.
Pants. Thanks for joining us.
I love this thing. If you need to pry open a car door and then finally cut paper, this will do both.
Chris says he wishes he had that many fixed blades. Cool fixed blades.
Chris has got a wall of fixed blades that every time I go to his house, I spend 20 minutes just staring at it. Like, oh, damn.
Hey, Matt, thanks for joining us. Enjoy your walk with the dog. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And he says, Godspeed, Peter.
Hey, man, thank you very much.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
So the reason that I went to go get my Becker, my BK9, is because somebody said, do you like choils? Well, enough that I put one in my BK9.
I love that knife.
They're not supposed to have one, but I went ahead and added one because I thought it was, and it is, it helps. Brings you forward on the knife, gives you a lot more control right here. If you want to choke up for fine work.
Chad said the Sniper Blade Works Mamu I won is supposed to be the ultimate camping knife.
There isn't one.
Chris Luthie wants to know where the tracker is. And Tom Wingert said, men love breasts. That's no brainer.
It was on the table at the beginning of the...
Oh, that's right, because he just got on.
Yeah, it was on the table for the whole beginning of the live. This thing is just such a monster, dude. This belongs to Chris. He was nice enough to loan it to me.
Trump snare. Tots is very cool in the BK9. I think it's thinner than the one above it.
Oh, by much.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Check this out. So the BK9 is a decent, thick chunk of 1095. Look at this. This is a railroad spike made excellent knife.
Chad says he likes that tracker. Hey, David Williams, welcome.
I'll put the tracker back on the table.
You should put it back on the table.
Chris, what is the little one called? The small one that you loaned me with the track. It came on this. It's on the. It's riding piggyback on the sheath. What that? Oh, Scout. It says so. Conveniently
oh my
laid.
Gosh, look at that right there.
Conveniently laid on the blade.
Peter, so you're class of 88. Rennie, we're both class of 89.
Yep.
But I am much younger than him.
Right. She's 39 and
Yeah.
I'm 49.
Right.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah,
I understand
course.
math.
I'm aging backwards.
Yes.
All right, Ian, thanks so much for joining us. He says, good luck, Peter. He's going to go make dinner. What's for dinner, Ian?
Ian, enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you likely in a couple of weeks on a live. If if you would care to join us, that'd be awesome. Um, these two knives are actually very similar in generation. I feel like there was a time when kind of anything went, particularly in the outdoor and survival knife, you know. Um, After a while, you can tell they sort of figured out what works and what doesn't really effectively. And so knives have taken on kind of a similar tone. But yeah, no. So up until I got the JX5, this was my absolute everything knife. I love the Becker so much. I love it because it's a sword. It's just a short sword.
Michael Morgan said it's like them little hitchhiker fish attached to the sharks.
This? Oh
In the
yeah,
sheath.
yeah. Well,
Yes, redacted. 89 was the last of the best. The
so
best.
you know, I don't like to pretend that any one knife will do everything. So on my JX5, like I said, I've got this little the Rainier Knives Fast Pack in LMAX because this could do everything, but this does a lot of small things better, and I don't want to have to hunt around for both of them, so they just live together on this kick-ass dangler that Chris made for me. And when I go camping, I just carry them both.
Jay Jewett wants to know your thoughts on Essie. I love my Essies. I have a couple of them.
Yeah.
I don't have them.
Yeah. No, I had an SE6. I have an SE3 somewhere. I love the SE6 is a great knife, but four is a great knife too. But I've kind of moved on to other things, which is what happens, right? But you cannot go wrong with SE knives. What?
Nice Slicer says, been nice hanging out with you guys, but time to go dream of big breasts. Or sorry, knives. Hope all goes well Monday, Peter. Take care. Y'all, much love and respect. Hey, Paul, you have a great evening. I'm gonna hit you up this weekend, and we'll catch up on everything. Enjoy those big breast dreams.
I don't. We're off the rails.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, gang. Well, here we are. Chris, thank you so much for loaning this to me. There is a review coming, but it's going to be a little ways out. I'm really looking forward to it. This thing it's just a classic, and it's just a monster, and I love it.
Randy says, if I only had a folder for survival in the woods, I would either want to have my Cold Steel American Lawman or Code 4. That's just from what I have.
And those are excellent choices. My absolute never fail take it with me into the woods knife is the Cold Steel 8010. Because I love that lock mechanism. I love their S35 VN, although oddly mine took color on a camping trip recently. Don't cut up really spicy sausage with your 8010 or the blade will change color. But it is just one of the few, and I've got XM24s and I've got, you name it, and I've got it. And yet that 8010 is one of the few knives that the combination of the right blade steel mixed with the handle materials and the overall shape, I just don't go out without it. Yeah. Anyone else? Got any thoughts? Anything you'd like to ask before we go?
Any questions?
Questions, thoughts, last minute stuff?
Chad said he likes Cold Steels as well.
Chad loves his Cold Steels.
Yes, he
and
does.
I don't blame him. Cold Steel is awesome.
I don't know. I kind of ripped off some of your Cold Steels. David Williams says, Peter, what would you use as EDC rotation with a Para 3 lightweight?
Well, believe it or not, I'm a one knife guy. So if I have a Para 3 lightweight in my pocket, then that's just what I would carry. But if I was building out a little kit, because I would only carry the Para 3 lightweight if I was in shorts or slacks, I would probably carry a single AAA flashlight. And I always have a little titanium pry bar on my keys. That would be the total loadout. If I'm carrying a lightweight knife, it's because I need a lightweight knife. Generally, my pocket knives are between 4 and about 7 or 8 ounces.
Yeah, they're like 4, and oh my god.
Yeah, I don't do lightweight stuff.
Yeah.
But that's a great knife. But if I do have one, I've got a Para 3 lightweight. If I was going to carry it, it's because I'm going lightweight anyway. So
Todd says he's saving up for the 4MAX right now. Very nice. Redacted says best of luck on the surgery. Rennie's talking to Chad, hoping that the Cold Steels owners keep it the same.
I hope that Cold Steel figures it out and drops the price by about 20%.
Right.
I want you to have that. Can you hand me the 4MAX? It's right there.
Rennie also says, good luck Monday.
I want you to have one of these. Everyone should have one of these. This is a freaking amazing knife. I love this thing, but this is the Italian version, and I will have paid almost $150 less than you'll have to pay right now.
Yeah.
And this is CPM 20 CV. So I'm loving the new Cold Steel stuff. I want the drop point Voyager very much, but I don't want to spend $125 on it.
David actually said, sorry, I meant as another EDC knife. And Michael Morgan, thanks for coming on, Michael. It's good to see you.
Oh.
He says, best of luck on your surgery. Thanks for keeping us posted.
Oh, you guys are welcome, and thank you so much for joining us. As another.
Sorry, I meant as another EDC knife.
The list is endless. If I was going to go lightweight, though, what do I carry as a lightweight knife? I really don't. Yeah, one of Christine's. Actually, right now, for just sort of drop it in the pocket and go and lightweight carry, I'm a huge fan of the Civivi Keen Nader. Yeah. Totally different knife than the lightweight Spyderco, of course. But God, that's a good knife. And of course, the new Riffle is a great knife too.
Oh, I love the Riffle. I have one of those somewhere. Redacted says, hey Peter, did you see the news on the Atlas 2 coming from Kubi?
The blacked out one. Yeah. yeah, I did see that. And this is going to be one of those moments where I'm just really disappointed that I'm not made out of money. Like, of all the things I could be made of, they chose meat and flesh instead of money, which is just disappointing.
Right? That'd be great if you were made out of money.
Right.
Chad said, it's driving me nuts. The new Voyager is so much more expensive than the old ones. And Jay, is it Jay Jewett? Good luck on the surgery. Thanks for the content, both of you. Lisa says, oh yeah, me too. We love both the Keen Nader and Ripple. Oh, those are awesome. Lisa, I love those, both of them. Jelly Jerry said there are refinements too. Oh, well that should be very
I wonder what the refinements are, because that was a pretty well done knife.
And then Todd says, I'm hoping the 8020 ramps up production. And one version is supposed to be only 350, so 4 max or 8020.
The 8020, that's the new Grivex handle one that's only going to be 350. And I think they're out.
I thought they were out too. Hank says, best of luck with the surgery. I'll be reaching out about psychology stuffs.
You are welcome to, but please understand, over the next week or so, I might be a little unresponsive because I'll be in recovery, but I'll do my very best.
Lisa, I prefer the brazen of the Keen Nader.
So the brazen's really nice. I'm just the Keen Nader, I haven't had a brazen yet.
I was gonna say we don't have that one yet.
And so I can't really speak to how they compare, but the Keen Nader is going to be hard to beat for me. I have knives that cost everywhere from $25 up to about $1,000. And the Keen Nader is a $60 knife that feels like a $300 knife. Yeah. The complex grind, the way it feels in hand, the action, all of that stuff together is going to be really hard to beat for any reason for me. Plus, I like a compound recurve Tanto because I like complex grinds on my knives. So that's going to be hard to beat, but I can't wait to have a brazen and try it out.
Oh, sweet, Lisa. Lisa says, true, the brazen doesn't threaten to cut my finger off, but my favorite now of our new Civivis is my purple Praxis with Damascus blade.
I saw a picture of that. That's really
beautiful.
Pretty. Yeah, that's really pretty.
Egg says, all good, Peter. Recovery is important.
Hey, man, I want to be there, though. So reach out. Reach out. I'll say hi at least. And if I'm not feeling well enough to respond effectively, I'll say, hey, brother, I'm not feeling well enough to respond right now. I won't just leave you hanging.
Or you guys can just all IG me and I'll write a list of questions for Peter. And
yeah, you can do that too. Reach out to Women Carry Knives and I'll try my best to answer the questions as we go. Before we go, I want to say the following. There is a full review of the full-size Tom Brown legit tracker and the Scout coming. I just haven't had a chance to do anything with them yet, and I just don't want to sit here and talk about them. So, Christopher, thank you so much for the loan. We will get these reviewed and back to you as fast as possible. Guys, thanks for spending time with us today.
Yeah, thank you for being here. on such short notice too.
No, that was rad.
We weren't even planning on it.
I wonder if anyone's going to show up. And then here you all were. That was amazing. I look very much forward to healing and returning to full strength and coming back to the channel, to doing this stuff. If Women Carry Knives does this by herself next Sunday, give her all the shit. Be super nice. Be kind.
Rennie said to enjoy your post-surgical pain pills.
Oh, I'm gonna.
You can even have my leftovers.
Hell yeah. And now I'm going to borrow something from Zach on the way out. Zach on his channel has a hashtag, which is DKFS, which is do something kind for someone. I can't take credit for it, but I'm definitely going to say it. As this week progresses and you look around, do something kind for someone. It's good for you. It's good for them. It's good for all of us. Thank you so much, guys. We're going to go ahead and go. Have a great rest of your weekend. I look forward to speaking with you at the next opportunity.
Yeah, and like I said, you guys, I'll go ahead and do the live on Sunday, and I'll update you on how Peter's doing.
Yep. So I look forward to talking to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.